Hello, hello. I hope everyone can, right? Is the microphone picking? I'm not cutting that out, am I? Testing. Okay, so I am cutting out. Don't know what that. Be the limit. Yes. Okay. There we go. I've got rid of all of my filters on my microphone. So if you do hear a lot of background noise and stuff like that, I apologize. But until I figure out why I was cutting in and out, I think I'm just going to have to do it raw. Because I don't have this issue, usually. Yeah, so you can hear my... That's going to annoy me. So let's do this live. Yes, you can have your name in the game if you ask politely. I'm going to give Discord members a priority because you guys have taken the... Ah, so it is the noise gate. Test. Okay. Okay, so it was the noise gate that was making the cutting in and out. So... and that's still picking up. Anyway, that's something I should fix after stream. So what I might do is actually turn down the microphone gain in the actual microphone settings itself. Because I got a new microphone for Christmas, which was really, really good. Testing. Ah, there we go. Ah, hey Villy. Glad to see you made it. I mean, that fixes a little bit, but not a lot. Anyway. So today on our stream we're going to play a lovely little game called Clanfolk, which is sort of like a RimWorld-esque game, except more set in the age of Scottish Clanfolk era. So like the McAllisters and all that sort of stuff. It's actually really a good game. It's a very cozy game, but it's definitely one of those games that either you love it or you hate it. So we'll give it a couple more minutes to see if anyone else joins. I've made my announcement on Discord, I've made my announcement on X. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, so let us begin, I suppose. Let's see if this actually works. No, that one. Haha. There we go. Alright. And then we click that. Alright, can you guys hear the game? It's not too loud, I hope. I did come in earlier and change the settings a bit, so it should be pretty okay. I don't think the sound will get any larger than that. But yeah, welcome to Clanfolk. It's a top-down game, again, reminiscent of RimWorld, which is actually quite fun. Alright, so let's get an increase to the peat bogs, because peat is actually a good resource. And it's used a lot for firewood and building materials and stuff like that, which is really, really good. We might increase the mountains by 1 as well, because that's our access to iron, if I remember correctly. We'll increase wildlife as well, so we have some more hunting abilities. And now chat. Do we get more forest, or do we get more grassland for farming and stuff? That is the question. Also, if anyone has a number, farming is kind of like the lifeblood of most clans, because you can't really hunt 100% of the time, so food and stuff like that is quite important. I don't know what flooded plains are though. Forests yield wood. And if I remember correctly, that's about it. If anyone in chat has a random number combination, yeah, okay, English is hard today. If chat has a random number combination they would like to try to use for the seed, write it in chat. But otherwise, I think we're gonna go grassland and maybe 1 more in the peat bog, because again, they do come in handy. Here we go. Oh, yeah, okay. And we copy that. Oh, no, back. Ignore the scuff. We didn't do anything. We saw nothing. 1 3 8 0 0 no 0 0 8. And then press 1 so my character goes back to normal. Right, now the final step. What do we name our world? I'm thinking the Weaver's Web, because all my lovely little web weavers will be living in this world after all. Well, what do you think? Hey Tuffy! Nice to meet and good to see. Alright, we'll go with that. Not screenshot. I wanted Weaver. Oh, that's right. Sorry. Alright. Build the world. Bugs. Alright. So this is the map that we have. I mean, we could set up sort of in this area. Then we've got access to the peat bogs here and here. Well, then we've got water as well. Because you do actually need water in this game. The mechanics are food, water, cleanliness, and a few other things like comfort, heat retention, all that sort of stuff. Which is actually quite good. I thought it was great that they actually built that into the game instead of having to make it a mod. Especially for like RimWorld, where it's like you've got to actually mod that shit in. Yeah. Oh, that's new. They've got a water overlay. It's been a while since I've played this game, so a lot of things have probably updated and changed too. So, just like it's new to you, there's going to be some things that are very new to me. So, I think this map should be alright, so let's build our clan. We've got to decide on which clan we want to sort of back. Which I don't think really changes much, it just changes our motto and what our tartan colours are. And funnily enough, a little bit of Lady of the House's history. Our family is actually related to De Bruce. Which is, I know it's in here because I used to pick it all the time. McLean, McLeod. You could play McLeod. McNeil. Don't tell me they got rid of De Bruce. Sinclair, Stuart, Stone, Sutherhill, Tone. Huh. Was it De Bruce that we were related to? I can't remember now. Anyway, so what colour should our tartan be? Which is basically like our kilts and stuff like that. Our heraldry. Neither spare nor dispose. Late but in earnest. True to the end. Red to hide the bloodstains. Because I can't remember what our one was. Hang on, I'll just shoot a message off and maybe I'll get lucky. Ask Grandmother Weaver. She should know. let's hope we get a reply. Grace guide me. Ferguson, sweeter after difficulties. So that's not a bad saying, honestly. It's basically saying the harder you work, the sweeter the reward. Learn to suffer. Courage. If I can, do not forget, let us unite. The brighter hence. Oh, there it is, Bruce. Robert the Bruce. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I am an idiot. Do not pay attention to the streamer. She is an idiot. Right. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is my family's heritage, all the way back to Robert de Bruce. Now, which button was it that I had it set to? Anyway, I'll figure that out later. Now, do we want to play a fresh start? Shepherds, orphans, hermit, or custom? No, you're beautiful little web weavers. You aren't idiots. Alright, let's do the clan to build their first homestead. We'll ignore the tutorials because I've already done it. Let's see. Is there anybody... Is there anybody who would like their name in the game? I'll put you as one of the children, or I can put you as one of the parents. I won't put you as one of the elderly because that'll probably be a very short-lived time. Alright, well, I'll put you as... There we go. Heavy sleeper, jolly, lazy, slow-motive, lazy. Why is everyone lazy? Oh, that's fine. How much do we have? We have 20 gold. And we've got the inventory, we've got 2 chooks and a hen, 2 chooks and a rooster. Then we've got dried mushroom and smoked meat, good. We should be fine. So let's start. Alright. First things first. We've got to clear an area that we're going to make our home. So I think this will probably be a good area. Jobs. No, we'll put zones first. Oh wait, no, zones isn't what I want. Move zone. Is it inventories? Or is it... Well, actually... Put the wash and the drink zone so that they have a place to wash themselves and drink. gather stones, branches, and I think I saw berry bushes around here somewhere. Ah, here we are. And that'll give us a beginning. Zones. Zones limit where units will go to complete a task. Zones can separate. No, that's not what I want. Is it an object? No, that's a pet zone. It's not in buildings. Or is it something that I've got to unlock? Yeah, okay, so it's an unlock sort of thing. Right. Let's speed up the time. Watch our little people go about their business. And as you do certain things, you start unlocking objects and stuff like that. Which is really good. And then eventually stuff like actually building walls and stuff like that. Catherine is your spirit animal, is she? Gravel path, dry stone fence. Make a work zone. Throat is all funny today. There we go. Need more water. Okay. Cleaning. No, wash zone. And I suppose we'd just be sleeping out under the stars at the moment. There we go. We will auto supply 2 stone sickles, I think. Also get some more storage space for ingredients. And then we should probably stockpile food over here for now. There we go, we can harvest some plants. Which will give us stuff like hay and thistles and stuff like that to turn into other sort of products. I've got, what's that? That is a nettle patch. And we've got some oat. Probably want to harvest that actually. We won't technically unlock our first wall until we get all the way down to wood and logs and stuff. See, they've changed that. Well, if you need to sleep, go to sleep. Alright, we build the thresher, and then we can get seeds and stuff from the straw. Well, not the straw, but... how do I set it to... I know there's a way to set it to permanent. Like, always do it, but... repeat this build queue. That's what I want. There we go. Now we've got the eel trap. And our little lake has not a lot of eels by the looks of it. Fishing, 62%. Fishing, 64%. Okay, so we should put an eel trap here and here. Also, we best put a pet zone over here so that our chickens go and sleep here. At least I think so. Got some flax there, so we'll harvest that. Always loved the sound of bagpipes. I know a lot of people find it annoying, but I find them very soothing if they're played properly. Like, you can get a pretty bad bagpipe player, and then it does get quite annoying, but... oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. The game changes game speed every day for some ungodly reason. Alright, so we can plant some berry bushes if we want. Dun, 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 dun. Cooking fire, here we go. Now, another aspect of this game actually has fire mechanics. So if you're not careful, certain objects that throw sparks can actually set your entire village on fire. I really do need to fix all this. That's the problem, everybody, with a new microphone. You've got to get all the filters and everything back properly. And I think that's true. Yeah, well, that is true. I mean, a person playing a violin terribly is probably worse in the long run. What was the gravel? We needed stones. We didn't collect enough, so let's gather some more stones. And expand the ingredients stockpile. Just getting a little bit out of hand. But this is how the early game starts, really. Kind of just have to pray that you manage to do everything alright. Alright, so now that we've got that, we can kind of safely put down... If we do that, we need to get an axe. Needs a stone hoe, and for a stone hoe, we need to build a cook fire. Alright. Pumba's building away, making the gravel path. I think I'll move it over here, actually. Old man John building like a madman. Get a campfire, stick it there. It's, you know what these games remind me of? It's sort of like having an ant farm. Why did we just get corpses? What died? Why did that pop up? Okay, not going to ask questions. Now we've got a stone hoe. Let's set the supply for 2. And we'll always have 2 stone hoes. Which, if I remember correctly, will let us start doing some farming. Which we need to get seeds for, so... Let's get some oat grain. Straw back up again. Actually, let's set the straw to 500. Flax stems to the same. Oat grain. There we go, and that should set it up properly. As well. Oh yeah, that's right. We need to build poop holes now. We'll build them over here, away from everything. cutting trees down yet because we haven't got the actual stone hatchet yet. Sorry that I keep clearing my voice all the time. I seem to be having some problems lately. Alright. Good morning, Pandora. Welcome, welcome. Once we can start removing trees, I think we'll be able to start actually building and setting up proper Actually, it's funny. A YouTuber I used to watch when I did a lot of crafting and stuff like that used that song, that song, as the intro music, which was really cool. Alright, so we've got the straw sleeping piles now. We can even make dirt floors. Ah, there we go. Let's start clearing some trees. Okay, that sounds like some deer. We don't have bows or anything, so... Yeah, let's start clearing out this area. Make a nice big area. Here we go. Stone piles. Set the stone pickaxe to 2 as well. Set up a nice log pile over here. Do as you're told. Thank you. Yay! We unlocked the stone roof. Alright, now we've got a stockpile for the tools. We can put them up here. And then we want to clear the stumps. Where did we we started it down here, so... Go. Ah, there we go. That's what I want, is clear all. Because then that will clear a nice space. There we go. Nep patch. Nep nep. Lock bridge, log walls. Alright, so we've unlocked our first walls, which is good. oak grain, so we need to harvest some more of that. Is marked as to be harvest. But it takes a while for it to get done sometimes. I think we'll make our fields up here. So we'll clear all this. And then make... What's that? That's 2, 4, 5 by 2, 4, 5. Yep. 2 and 2. 4, 5 by 5. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5. There we go. Perfect timing that we got the dry stone fence. Fence it off. As I think if we get... Ah, damn. Alright, well in that case, cancel that. There we go. Dear, 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 dear. Absolutely dreadful. There we go. And we'll have a nice little farm area. Slowly build up this area. And we'll extend the gravel path. Make that look all pretty. So I've unlocked the log wall and the stone roof, which is good. Then we'll need to unlock the straw door, which is twine, which requires the breeding spot. Braiding, not breeding, just in case anyone misheard that. Very low food. Oh dear. May end up going game over from forgetting to do the berry harvesting. There we go. Alright. So I think set gathering to a strict priority. And then we'll also have farming. No, that's not how it works. Okay, no, that's what that is. Gathering. Okay, so you're really good at it, so you should go up there like that. Your harvesting is good, so you go to the top. Alright, so other than that, that should be the only change that we need. I mean, we do have 540 jobs and only like 5 people, so it's no surprise that it's taking a while to get stuff done. I'll stick the dump over here. Hello, Underworld. Welcome, welcome. We just started getting our clan ready for the next step, which is building houses. Hopefully. Even the wildlife's laughing at me. Alright, so indoors that's -5, so it's better to have that one than it is the other one. So, first, let's build a proper storage house for the food. Like that. And we put the roof. Roof. And we'll clear that stockpile. Food stockpile there. Clear that spa. Watching old man John build is just like apprentice versus 25 years on the job. Alright, so we've run out of little stones. So I'll have to gather some... How about we... Okay. Brain. Focus on one thing at a time. Build the stockpile protection shed. Let everybody focus on that first. That only needs the big stones. It doesn't need the little stones. Oh, and logs. I'm pretty sure we got plenty of those. Or if not, they're getting cut down shortly. I hate to agree with my mother, but maybe it is all the dust in the air that's making my throat all funky. I suppose I should go through this place with a fine-tooth comb. Clean up a bit. tread in shadow to the edge of night. It kind of reminds me what that... This kind of reminds me of that. That or the more, like, upbeat Hobbit song. It's like, you can search far and wide, you can drink the whole town dry, but you'll never find a beer so brown, you'll never find a beer so brown, you'll never find a beer so brown as the one we drink in our hometown. You can keep your fancy ale, you can drink them by the flagon, but the only brew for the brave and true comes from the Green Dragon. Alright, so we've gone from 500 jobs down to 260, and most of those we can't do because we're missing the little stones. So I think what I'll do is I'll gather the stone jobs, get some more stones. Again, sorry for the poor microphone quality. I will fix that hopefully next stream. Don't know why it was cutting out as it was. Also, another feature of this game that I love is the fact that if you're zoomed in to a proper, like, viewing level, the houses' roofs disappear. But if you zoom out, you actually get to see the roofs. Oh, you little shit. Go away. Actually, that's probably something I should get, which is hauling. Who has a good hauling level? You. Which is Catherine, but you're also a good builder. You don't like doing it, which is annoying. Okay, Pumbaa, you're going to be the hauler. Hopefully that will clean up the area a bit more. It's kind of one thing that I don't like, is how everything gets left on the floor. It's like if you cut something, take it to the stockpile. Don't double handle things. I don't know whether that's just because I worked in a deli department for so long, and it was like drilled into me that it's like, do not double handle the food. If you're going to fill the case, fill the case. Okay, so better add some more gather berries quests, job requests. There we go. up there too. Make sure we have enough food. We don't want to run out of food. That would be bad. That could be bad, very, very bad. I mean, I have to admit, this microphone is really good in the sheer and simple fact that because of how easy it is to modulate the gain, I could do some really good ASMR. At least that's the plan, anyway. I don't think I'll ever do an actual ASMR stream, but a few more videos might appear on my channel. Alright, what we might do as well is we'll set this area up here. And we'll make sort of like a berry grove. Still get rid of the tree though. But any sort of berry bush we kind of want to hold on to. Cancel that, but that should be alright. Alright, so the food should last a little bit longer now, seeing how we've got it under cover and it won't get wet. Granted, it'll still die quickly because it's too warm, but we can't really do anything about that at the moment. Next order of business is a lodging house, so that all of our little families can live together. Put the straw piles down here. Stone piles. Already got branch piles, which is good. Why is that? None of stones. Okay. So I need to gather more stones, apparently. Slowly but surely, it's coming together. I mean, we've got our own little granary already, which is good. Just need to complete the roofs. Get some more wood cutting. Tomcat. Maybe we'll tame a tomcat at some point. Put that over here. Actually, do we want to turn this into the berry spot, or do we just want to turn one of the tilled fields into a berry spot? Well, for now, we'll just leave it. We've got 700 straw, 700 hay, 135 logs. That's a decent amount. Oh, here we go. Snare kit, pluck, raw meat, and fresh hide. Okay. So we could set up a few snares. Oh, and we got a rock heap. Should be handy. Set that up over here. We'll make 50 be the sort of required. I'm pretty sure that's probably Rimworld, by the sounds of that. I actually do own Rimworld as well, though I tend to play heavily modded Rimworld when it comes to that. Make the snare kit 5 snare kits. Try saying that 10 times fast. Good. We're slowly getting all the jobs down. Ah, there we go. Right, tool rack. Set up the tool rack over here. Get a haystack. I'll put the haystacks here, I think. Set the wrap trap there. Little shits. You're coming after my food. You only got one way in. You will get caught. Okay, so there's some rabbits over here. So if we set up a snare there, a snare there, maybe a snare over here. That'll probably be a good mix of areas. Actually, let's move that to here, and then I'll build the straw door there. Got quite a few eel, so let's increase that to 20. We'll make one bow, so that we might do some hunting. But next on the agenda was an actual living quarters. So yeah, so go there to there, like that. We can then put the stone roof, because I do not want a flammable roof. We want gravel floors. And then we can put the fireplace. Or do I want to... Actually, I might cancel that and increase like that. There we go. Add more gravel flooring. Set that priority to 9, because I would really like the rat trap set up before the rats start eating our food. Speed up time again. Low food. Alright, so we need to do the berries. Gather... no, not stones. Gather berries. There we go. Right, so this is going to be the lodging house, where we'll put the proper sleeping mats down, which is yay! The villagers will actually have a sleeping bed. Pumba working his hardest. Carry all the junk. Now that we've got the bow, we have the option to hunt wild animals. Which I don't think there's actually many. Oh, hang on. Nope, that's a cat. We're not hunting cats. Is there any deer on this map? What's that? Aha! Herd of deer. It's a long way away though. I'll take a while. I think for now we'll just leave it be. We're doing pretty well on food with the berries and the eels. There we go. Straw window. That there. And we even have a branch gate now. So I'm going to put those there. Or not, never mind. That reminds me, where's our chickens? Knowing my luck, they probably got eaten by frickin' wild rabbits or wild cats. Alright. Jobs clear all. Gives us a bit more space to maybe set up other things. Also clear the stumps so we get some more wood. So we can cook meat now, so we'll turn that to 10. And then we can get a hide rack. We'll put it over here. These sort of games are very easy to lose yourself in. You kind of focus on the massive picture that you kind of build in your head, but at the same time you kind of got to keep an eye on all the little nuances that show up, like trying not to run out of food. That, and eventually winter will roll around, and if we're not careful we might actually even get game over from that, because temperature is the big killer. At the end of the day, a lot more people died from hypothermia than they did from other diseases, mainly just because they couldn't get warm. I think I told everyone before in Discord, but I got some really good news. The character sheet, reference sheet for your mascot character is in the work in progress stage now, which means eventually you guys will actually have a physical form. I'm very much looking forward to. After that, my next goal is to get a character reference sheet for myself, which will be good. I'd love to actually commission the artist that made my character, but unfortunately I won't be able to do that until I get a job. Okay, I'll add that to the list of building things. can almost make clothing. We've got sackcloth now. Not exactly the nicest fabric, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Set that to 10. Huh, cool. They added different cosmetic items. They weren't in the game before. Hey, meat rack. They're actually good for freeing up storage space. A couple of these up. Still got plenty of wood. And we've still got plenty of large rocks, I think. Yeah, we've still got plenty of large rocks. Got 18. Okay, maybe not plenty, but we've got a lot. Let's keep collecting stones. Oh cool, what you having? I think I'll probably make myself an egg, ham and cheese sandwich for lunch after stream. Music is so peppy. Right, I'll clear that because I don't think they're going into the correct stockpile because, yeah. It's some pork fried rice. Oh, that's cool. Don't mind the old fried rice every now and then. By the door where it began, but far ahead the road goes on, and I must follow if I can. Alright, so slowly but surely we are getting our clan built up. Oh wait. Oh well. That's fine. I'll have to listen to the recording. Didn't realize. Stream comes first. Yes, we have. And just a reminder to those who mightn't have seen the pinned message, if you do want your name in game, just let me know. And I'll try and put you in when I can. Another bit of good news. The reason I almost had to start stream 30 minutes later was because my family came to visit and dropped off my younger brother's old PC. So I'll be getting an upgrade, which will be good. I'm going to use the old computer for just personal gaming and stuff like that, and I'm going to set that one up as the dedicated stream machine. Yes. Alright, so you need to move inside. I mean, a lot of things need to move inside, but that's the problem. It takes a while to build inside. So Pandora, you were at Prez's Twitter space for a little while. I hope she's doing well. She seems like she's having tons of fun. Put a couple of windows. Hooray, all the floor is finally finished. Straw curtain. And a basketry. Ooh, what's that? That's new. Place to weave, well, duh. Of course it's a place to weave baskets. Yeah, put that there. Straw curtains allows heat transfer between rooms. Okay, so it's sort of like a straw door, but not as strong. turn that into a dirt path, just so it looks nicer. I mean, technically speaking, it won't look nicer, but to me it will. Basket. Okay. So what happens when we get the basket? Hi, Lacat. Welcome, welcome. We are just setting up the lodging house. We built the granary. Or, well, what passes for a granary anyway. Once we build the lodging house, I think I'll start building some... Oh no, this is its own game. This is called Clanfolk. So basically it is like RimWorld, except set in the Scottish medieval period. So we're actually playing the Clan Bruce, which is my family's heritage in our history. We are related to Robert de Bruce. And yes, this game is basically slightly better in terms when it comes to RimWorld, because at the very start it's got a lot more, like, instead of having to mod in Dub's hygiene, you've actually got hygiene to begin with. So you've got to drink, like go to the bathroom, wash, all that sort of stuff. I wish it would stop raining. Then again, like Billy Connolly said, the Scots were the offshoot of the Irish, who thought, hang on lads, I know an even rainier place. Fucking love Billy Connolly. He's a crack up. Right, so we're slowly getting the task list down, and most of that's just hauling anyway, so technically speaking we only have 137, no, 160 jobs that need to be done, which is mainly just build the damn house. I think we're going to need more. We've got 22 and then we've got 59. Yeah, so we're going to need more stones. You need additional pylons. Alright. Let's move the log pile to here. Then we'll move the branches over here as well. We'll sort of make this the wood stockpile. Got 160 jobs. I hope that includes each individual tree in a forest you're logging. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty much all individual tasks, like clear all would basically chop the tree, remove the log, and cut any plants that are growing near that area. Alright, and we'll make the rock heap over here. Try and kind of clean up the area a bit, I think. Simple workbench and a serving basket. What does a serving basket do? Place to store fruit and veg off the ground. Okay, you need to go in there. See, they've added a few more steps, because once upon a time you could just make the serving baskets after a certain period of time, but now you actually have to have baskets, which is actually pretty good. We'll set to 5 so that we always have at least a few baskets laying around. An upgraded work zone that also inspires more complex ideas. So see, if we put that there, that should be close to both the wood and the stone. We'll move this one over here too, just because. Like a heather on the hill. As you said, this game was focused on medieval Ireland, Wales. It was purely here to start, it doesn't include with... No, it is purely sort of actual medieval times. Yeah, medieval Scotland. Medieval Scotland. So currently we've got a clan of de Bruce building up a new little settlement. So there's no sort of high fantasy stuff, there's no magics, it's legit all just like proper. Mushroom rack. It's not autumn yet, we can't get mushrooms. At least I don't think we can. Can we get mushrooms? Let's pick mushrooms. Oh, we can. Okay, my bad. Should have been doing this for a bit. Alright, and we also need to gather berries. Otherwise we will run out of food. Okay, so that's all still set properly. Good. And that just needs branches, so that's good that it's close to the wood pile. Gather, hauling. Another good aspect about this Lacat is that when everyone goes to sleep, it turns to 12 times speed, which is great. Another increase compared to RimWorld. Because I don't know how many times I've been sitting there with everyone asleep and just waiting and waiting and waiting for them to wake up. My only gripe is the fact that it resets the speed to speed 1 every morning. So you've got to reset the speed to speed 4. Also, it is now autumn. Shit. One day we will have emotes. And like I said in my Discord post, if I ever do get memberships and stuff like that, it'll be $1. Just so everyone can access the emotes. Because I am not doing this for the money. I'm doing it because I enjoy it, and I enjoy your companies. I mean, I do the same thing. Now that autumn rolled around, mushrooms will grow more often. Just gotta remember to keep a certain area of forest. Like, I think we'll keep this as sort of our mushroom area. And we'll clear this way and sort of build up this way. Don't think I won't figure out how to turn friggin' super chats off. Alright, and boom, we have... Ha! There we go. We can dry the mushrooms now. Sewing bench, gather clay, peat flute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can just turn them off. We'll make 3 flutes. Because then everyone can have some fun. I mean, I know we should get the sewing bench, but we've got so much more stuff we need to do first. Well, that's the thing. I don't really care about it all that much. So $5 just sounds a lot for what is basically emotes. You know what I mean? Now we're going to be cooking with fire. One of the greatest things the Scots ever figured out was peat. It can be used for so many things. It can be used for heating, it can be used for building. We got the stone. Looked at stone bridge and straw floor. Said exactly the same at the same time. Another YouTuber with all the real benefits. Then has a 5, 20, and 100 tier. James, you Yes. Well, I might have a $5 tier that will be for joining in multiplayer games, but I don't know, maybe. I don't care about the money, Pumbaa. Like I said, I don't do this to make money. I do it because I enjoy it and I want to bring fun and a little bit of a smile to everyone's day. I swear, eventually we'll get this built. I mean, it is my fault for actually... Hang on, let's... Jobs. Cancel. Getting ahead of myself. No. Build first. Then peat brick. Log, branches, and twine. We've got plenty of twine. We've got plenty of logs and plenty. Okay, you need to get an increase in priority. Same with you. Same with you. There we go. And I think I'll increase the priority of this as well. Which I know there's a way to do. But I cannot for the life of me remember how. Oh well. Anyway. Yes, I know making a sewing bench will give me more ideas. It's getting to 9 degrees outside. Great. Poor villagers are probably freezing to death. Alright, this will be the first time ever in my streams, but I'm going to put you on the Be Right Back screen, and I'm going to the bathroom real quick. So, enjoy the screen that no one's ever seen. We are not a cult. Alright. Back into the game we go. We are not a cult. We will never be a cult. Though it does make me laugh. Like, how many VTubers have their chat basically say that they're this little cult? It's like, I've got Elias Stellaria, who's the Goose Cult. Then I got Peekaboo, who's the cult of Peekaboo Feet. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. And there's like a few others that are like that. Totally not a cult. We are not a cult. Alright. So where were we? What were we doing? Ah yes. Trying to get this built. So what I'll do is... That's how I do it. That's how I do it. We've got all the wall... No, we haven't got all the walls built. Multi-selected wall. Priority? Highest. Then the roof? Second highest. I mean, I keep getting told that I'm a dark elf. So it would be surprising if we did worship the spiders, but no. Pumba having some fun playing the flute. I am a spider, but there's a running joke that I have this thing with dark elves because one of my most successful ASMR videos is the dark elf roleplay that I did. And then from there were a few other instances where my favorite character turned out to be a dark elf. Or I was reading a manga at one point, and the main characters were dark elves. So, I will never beat the dark elf allegations. Welcome back. I'll never beat the dark elf allegations, is what I meant to say. But no, in my actual VTuber lore, I am a arachne who learned transformation magic. Though I'm starting to wonder if I want to use the more dark and edgy version that Zombie User made. In the Discord server, in the library, there's a short lore thing that was done in another server, and he wrote it for me, and it turned out really cool. Like, almost better than my own lore, honestly. Right, do we have enough stones to finish this? I've got 22 and... No, I don't want the strip. No. That. We got 44. Okay, so we need more stones. We need more large stones, so... gather all that up. You know what? I think I will put down some more gravel floors. Gravel paths. Turn this into sort of like a work area. If I was smart, I'd put a roof over it as well. Not like a full building, but sort of like 4 posts and then roof. But we've already got this to deal with. Oh wait, hang on. Cancel the straw floor, because I just remembered that's highly flammable. That would be very bad. Flammability. How is it low? Oh, because it's mixed with clay. Don't trust it though. Could get a stone floor, but that's a lot of rocks. Yeah, you're still alive. Where are we? There you are. No, that's... I know you're alive around here somewhere, because I have not seen a death. Where are you? There. You're sleeping. You went to bed early. Oh good, we can dry mushrooms. To remember to do the pick the mushroom job. Here we go. Here we go. And then we need to get the gather berries. What I'm worried about is that we're not going to have enough food for winter. Because berries and mushrooms and shit like that kind of stop growing. And that's what I'm worried about. And I mean, like, we could get lucky and we could do some hunting, but at the same time, I don't know. Because I had hoped we'd get to farming before winter, but I don't know if we're going to be that lucky. I mean, the logical idea would be just to get everyone to pick as many mushrooms as we can and then dry the fuck out of them. Objects. Drying rack. Boom, boom, boom. Priority. Fucking second highest in the entire game. I don't think pickling is in the game yet, though I do believe that they may be thinking of adding it, because there is quite a lot of new stuff that I don't remember being in the game before. because see, later on you get stuff like the clay bowls and the peat stove. You can make tallow. Tallow is probably the closest that you can get to like pickling. Then you get dried berries. Bros. Bros is another interesting little thing. Ah, shit, that too. I forgot. Shit. Water. We're not going to have water when the lake freezes over. Crap, 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 crap. Should have been moving a lot faster. And we've got dry peat brick. We need 100 for that. We need charcoal for the simple kiln. We need a simple kiln. Okay, so we need to get charcoal kiln. Set 2 of those up. Yes, we definitely need this house built before winter. Otherwise, we're not going to have the required heat to keep everyone safe. The other thing we need is clothing, so I think I will finally build that as well. The weavery, we've got the basketry, got the charcoal kiln on the way. I mean, hopefully, if we're lucky, we can have a herd of deer and stuff like that stay during winter. We can hunt that. Mainly, currently, the objective is survive. Got 16 rocks and 30 roofs. Gotta gather more stones. Otherwise we won't get that roof finished. That one. Top priority, gather. Same with you. Except those are a lower priority. Because we need food. Okay, never mind, you're going to collect them anyway. Whatever. Risk that just cracked. All right. I think we have another 10. I think it's 15 days per season. Yeah, I think it is anyway. Anyway. Fertility. I will probably be streaming for another hour. I thought I'd try and do a bit of a longer stream today. I'll probably only have about 20 minutes left after that. Well, technically speaking, we'll be streaming until either we die or until the 3-hour mark. Because I do actually want to try and get at least a 3-hour stream out. Because I noticed that I've only kind of been streaming for an hour. And I'd kind of like to stream for longer. And my health is a little bit better than what it was when I first started doing this, so... Not to mention, with open-ended games like this, it is very easy to stream for like 3 to 5 hours. But you've also got to have that interest in the game as well. I'm just glad everyone's enjoying this. I was a little bit worried to actually play sort of like a RimWorld-y sort of game, because I know it can be quite boring just to kind of watch little people run around. But as I've said, it's kind of like owning a ant farm. Oh, actually, something I found out while I was going to the idol meeting. My family is also related to the Macduff clan. So that's pretty cool. So not only am I related to the Bruce families, I've also got the Macduff, which again is like ancient history heritage, but it's still kind of cool. I think I can get rid of this stockpile now, because there's a rack for everything thus far. And we're slowly getting the jobs down. Like I said, the only thing that we have that we really need to get done is this actual roofing. Yeah, everybody's very pissed. doesn't help that, like, this stuff is actually heavy. And you can't just pick up and run with it like you can in RimWorld. Another point in this game's favour for, like, compared to RimWorld, just ignore the idiot driver that's outside. Another thing that works really well in its favour is that the game takes into account the paths that you build. That's cool. I'm very happy. Lurker love to all my lurkers. But yeah, something that they take into account compared to RimWorld is they actually take into account the paths. So they actually will follow the paths you build more often than the paths that aren't. So it increases the efficiency ever so slightly. Yes, I have a small feeling that we are going to lose. Except instead, like in RimWorld, where it's like, you have been murdered. No, we just didn't prepare for winter properly. Which is wild. I mean, if you zoom out, you can't really tell because the art style doesn't really lend itself to anything. It's only when you kind of zoom in and see the little dudes are actually dudes. That's another thing I like, is the fact that they actually took the time to make them look human and not random amalgamations of drawing. But again, there's a mod for that. Yep, I don't think we're gonna win. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've still got 10 days to winter, but unless we can get this entire roof finished, we've got 12 large rocks with 22. Oh, then again, we've got large rocks here too. So we've got enough large rocks. And we've got enough logs. So we might be able to pull it off. Maybe. Hopefully. It'd be very upsetting if the first stream back we have to end because the entire clan dies. And if I remember correctly, this game actually does have, like, or is working on combat as well. Like bandits and clan wars. Because there's a very long history of like different clans in the Scottish areas kind of hating each other and going to war against each other. Also, after stream, I'm going to put a new thread in the Discord server, and it's going to be one-off Wednesday game suggestions, so that you guys can suggest what we do on the Wednesdays. Because I've decided that Wednesday is going to be wacky one-off Wednesdays. So we'll do all manner of different sort of like free games and games I've had in my library for years. But if you guys can recommend any to me, that would be great too. Or if my architect is in chat, I would be very appreciated if they could do that as well. Thank you. But I think my architect is sleeping at the moment. Definitely need to pick those mushrooms. Right.
I used to be an adventurer like you, till I took an arrow to the knee.
Oh, I really need to remember not to do deep voices. Drive safe, and don't be silly. Also, don't work yourself too hard. That goes for all of my web weavers. Remember to take proper breaks. Work is not the be-end all of the world, just because society makes it out to be. So the bottleneck is literally the large rocks. Because it looks like we've almost delivered all of the wood to the roofs. No, don't do any more jobs. It is basically just a waiting game now. Otherwise, we could possibly make it to the end of winter. You know what? Maybe if I build... No, So that takes 10 wood. 10 wood. Yeah, no. As slow as that is to walk across, we'll just have to endure it. Because I'd prefer we get other buildings built first. But yes, by the looks of it, we've got 3 days worth of food, which is definitely not going to be enough for winter. So if I increase that should increase. Yeah, I feel bad for my little citizens. Friggin' sleeping out in the cold. It's like 4 degrees outside. Skills. Because you're a collector. It's rapidly come to my attention that the rebels have stolen my awakeness, so I shall off to bed. Have a good night, Lacat. Take care and sleep well. Simon to do building, as well as Abigail, and hope that we can get the roofs all done. Definitely not looking good. I think my mistake was making the roofs out of the stone. Like, I know it's better. I mean, it's not really all that better. I mean, it looks better, but I don't know whether it actually functions better than what a straw roof would have been. Because, as I just read, fireplaces won't throw sparks to the roof, but Oh, is that why shit hasn't been getting cooked? Oy. Never mind, I have made many mistakes. But we'll get there in the end. Whoops. Sorry, didn't mean to just deafen everyone there. There we go. Hydrated. Remember everyone, stay hydrated. We're almost there. We've only got 8, 10 more roof tiles and then we're done. We can move everyone inside. Definitely a note to self. Wait until you get the straw roof option, because it is easier to move straw and twine than it is rock and wood. Rock and stone, brother. You can do it, Abigail. I believe in you. Okay, so we've finally unlocked the sewing bench. Which, if we get... I think it's a sack. Yeah, I need to make a sack, and then I'll be able to make sackcloth bottoms. Have a good day at work, Pumbaa. Enjoy the lurk. Yeah, we'll be able to make some sackcloth clothes, which aren't great, but it's better than nothing. And again, once we get the... You know what? And build... There we go. We put them inside the roof-covered area already, so that they might have a little bit more comfort as they sleep. And then we'll move that into here. And then hopefully, once all the roofs are kind of taken care of, we can heat the room up and then keep them nice and warm during winter. My only worry is that we aren't going to have enough food. Bollocks. Because I'm pretty sure all the berry bushes have stopped providing berries at this point. So literally the only thing we can kind of rely on is praying that we can get enough mushrooms together and that there's some animals that we can hunt during winter. I mean, at least you're out of the wet. You're not getting wet anymore. That's a plus. I love that the actual flute playing replaces the music if you're zoomed in enough to hear them. It's kind of a nice attention to detail. You know what, chat? We might actually just be able to pull this off. And then the only thing we'll have to worry about is food. And once we get the building done, then we can kind of focus on just gathering food. Like, I'll put a kibosh on building anything else or doing anything else for now. Other than important tasks like windows and beds and stuff. Oh no, old man John. Why did you fall down? Common cold. Crap. Spoke too soon, chat. We might die from the common cold. We might just die from the common cold. That would be just my luck. Two more to go. Huzzah. I love how everyone's like, fuck everything else, I'm making my own bed. You can do it, Abigail. I believe in you. Hey, Rain. We're sort of doing well. I don't know that we're going to survive winter, but we just finished building the lodging house, and through some error of my planning, it's taken forever because I forgot how long the stone roofs take to actually build. I hope you're doing well today as well. It's the final one. One more piece and we have completed the house. Then we can just focus on survival food.
And that's good to hear. It's never fun being sick. It's kind of funny how much you realize that as you get older. Like as a kid, when you got sick, it meant that you didn't have to go to school, you didn't have to deal with anything, and someone would look after you. Where as you got older, you kind of realize that it's actually not as fun as what you thought it was. Yes! There we go. The temperature should get to a reasonable level now. And then everyone shouldn't friggin' melt. I mean, freeze. Should get to about a nice 20 degrees, I think, if I remember correctly. Or at least in the high 18s. Which will be good. Hell of a lot better than minus... Whoa, Jesus. I'm glad we did move them inside when we did. It's like 4 degrees outside with a -2 wind chill. Oof, that's very cold. Oh wow, they added heavy rain as an actual weather thing now. Like, you hear that, the rain sounds? They didn't have that when I used to play the game. And it didn't happen when it was only lightly raining, so... Not to mention, it's very noticeable. Agnes just leveled up to a juvenile. Alright, so our main focus... Oh. Why is it paused? Okay. The main focus that we're on now is food. Food, 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 and more food. All the mushrooms we can. And dry them as quick as we can as well. But yeah, again, another thing that I worry about is we're not going to have enough water. Because I don't think we can get a well or anything until a very long way down the list. Or at all, if I remember correctly. I mean, they could have added it as a late game item. Yeah, there we go. Holy crap. Stone quarry, nails, iron straps, planks. Yeah, we ain't getting that. Like, we're literally just unlocking this level of tech. these into the storage as well. Ooh, here we go. Now we can actually get proper beds. And storage for our seeds and stuff. Which is something we desperately need. Put down a few more. Oh, it finally stopped raining. Can put down a few more eel traps. What the? Are you my rooster? Oh god. Ha! Out of all the animals that survived, that fucking rooster survived. That's hilarious. Alright, let's hunt a couple of these. See if we can get a decent stockpile of meat. I don't think we can actually dry meat until later. Dried berries comes when we get clay bowls. Clay bowls come when we get charcoal and a simple kiln. And a simple kiln is when we get charcoal. So we need the charcoal furnaces. But yes, I'm very happy that we managed to at least get the house. Whether or not we survive winter is still up for debate. Definitely need to change the floor at some point. Just to help increase their mood a bit. Hey, there we go. We've got sock again. Sack, cloth, clothing. So we have 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 7. So, right. Make at least 7 of those as well. Which requires sackcloth, which we've got enough of, and twine, which we've got plenty. Well, we will have plenty. Slowly but surely, we are getting more and more food, which is good. We've got 7 days worth of food at the moment, which we need at least 15, I think. Oh. Sorry to hear that, Pumbaa. Hopefully it's not too much of a hellish day. But we did make it a nice little sleeping area at least. Nice 17 degrees. I mean, personally, I don't mind colder temperatures. There's definitely a lot more rain than there was when I used to play this game. You know, we'll move this inside as well. Ugh. Oil is never fun to clean up. Move the winter jobs inside. Well, that's good. At least your boss is pretty decent when it comes to that sort of thing. Funnily enough, I actually know how to make those dolls. They're quite simple to kind of make. At my old workplace, I used to make them out of paper towel. Well, that's good. Got lucky on that account. Okay, so now we've got 8 days worth of food. We just need to keep pushing on, pushing on. Hold fast and carry on, as they'd say. Actually, cancel some of these jobs, which is good. We can set that to 20. Because it only takes sticks, if I remember correctly. Sticks and clay. Dry hides. How many dry hides do we have? No. Okay. So we'll just make 7 of them and 7 of them. Those are the priorities. Other than food is clothing. Because without it, everyone might freeze to death. And I don't know what would be a worse death, honestly. Starving to death or freezing to death. Simple kiln. If I remember correctly, that has to have... No? Okay. Possibly. Also, I remember reading somewhere that freezing to death, you kind of just fall asleep. And then that's it. You don't wake up. Could be wrong. Well, either way, we aren't going to survive. We aren't going to die. Because we are going to survive. We are going to make enough food to survive the winter. Hopefully. First, we're going to put... cooking on the top of that list. Clothing basket. Put that there. So we don't want to put it too close to the fireplace, otherwise it will catch on fire, and I will get pissed off. Well, we mightn't ever know if we make it through winter. Coming up on the 3-hour mark, I think. Yep. Oh, Jesus. Actually, longer than that. But... I mean, we can go until winter arrives, and then I'll call it there. Actually, I might build another one of these as well. Keep this place a bit more warmer. Keep this place a bit more warmer. I mean, warm this place a bit more. Yeesh. I swear I speak English. That, which is a roof span of 3, so... I need to build a wall. There and there. Ha! Perfect. twine requires straw, which we have a ton of. I do hope everyone's been enjoying this. It's not exactly a lot of action or anything going on, but clay bloomery. Primitive cave with charcoal iron produced iron ring. Ooh, that's new. I know I keep saying that, but yeah, a lot of this stuff is new to me. Let's make that a 20, because we need those jugs for water. Which again, is probably going to be what kills us. Not so much the food, but not having enough water. Also, it takes a very long time to actually get the jugs. What? Why is you starving? Oh. Somebody help her. Somebody come and pick her up. Put her in a bed. Anybody. Oh, nope, she's standing up by herself now. Well, that was a waste of time. Alright, yeah, we're going to play until winter arrives. And then that will be where we stop, I think. Because I am starting to get a little bit peckish. Okay. Need more clay, which requires me to gather clay. Oh, that's nice. Our friggin' granary has rats. The wolves baying at our doors. Alright. And with that, we have entered winter. Alright. So, that was Clanfolk. I hope everyone enjoyed. I might come back to this every now and then if I do random Monday streams, because it is quite a fun little just sort of sit and yap sort of game where you can kind of just spend time and talk with a lot of people, which is good fun. Now to find someone to send you to. Well, actually, I can't really raid, quote unquote. You've got to kind of follow the link. So, I think I'll just send you to Dire Fortuna's. There we go. Alright. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you go and enjoy Dire Fortuna's stream, because it's quite fun what she gets up to most times. But yeah, have a wonderful rest of the day, my web weavers. Bye bye.